president of Houston Area Pastors, United We Stand, and is an executive board member for Houston Church Planters Network. He has an MA in Christian education from Dallas Theological Seminary. He and his wife, Dr. Ronique Wilson, have 2 children, Reagan Faith Abrielle Wilson and Robert Chance Priest Wilson. Introduction. Eric Mason. I became a Christian on the campus of Bowie State University, a historically black college, in the early 1990s. During that time, being black and Christian was to many African Americans an oxymoron. Hip-hop culture had popularized the Nation of Islam teachings, 5% Nation teachings, and Pan-Africanism, influences that are still felt to this day. As a new Christian, I constantly had to give an answer for my faith. I'd spend hours talking and engaging in evangelism with people of differing ideologies. Books like Stolen Legacy, Destruction of Black Civilization, The World's 16 Crucified Saviors, African Holistic Health, Message to the Black Man in America, Black Men, Obsolete, Single, Dangerous, and many others shaped African Americans' mindset towards Christianity. John Henrik Clarke, Chancellor Williams, Yusuf bin Jacqueline, Sheikh Anta Diop, and a host of others played a vital role in shaping conscious black thinking in the black community. The internet has also given legs to false ideologies in the black community in ways we have never seen before. From Narrator TV to the Hebrew Israelite Unity Camp videos to the Hidden Colors documentary. The internet is home to a blitz of information that has indoctrinated thousands of multi-class blacks throughout the Western Hemisphere. The black community has experienced a cyclical confusion over knowledge of self. Every 20 to 30 years, blacks go through a so-called awakening, an awareness of our need to go back and find our roots. As a black individual, I agree that we have been the most pillaged people in the history of humanity. Yet, I want us to be educated in truth, not to be intellectually molested by revisionist falsehood. For years, I've been searching for a one-stop shop to introduce people to what I call urban apologetics. There are Facebook groups, personal pages, and YouTube channels on this topic. And while they are helpful tools, they cannot take the place of the in-depth treatment this book seeks to provide. The Black church used to be a central hub for Black life, but that is no longer true. The decentralization of Black life from the Black church has created one of the strongest cultural shifts that African Americans have seen in the last 50 years. The ideologies represented by digital and written resources, like the ones mentioned earlier, bear part of the blame. For 100 years, these falsehoods have grown, and there hasn't been a strong and holistic evangelism and apologetics effort in the Black community to counteract the pseudo-scholars of groups like the Hebrew Israelites, Moorish scientists, Egyptian Kemetic spiritualists, and practitioners of African mysticism. In this resource, we will discuss several different groups, many of which are known by different names. At times, we will summarize these groups with the collective phrase, the Black Consciousness Community, or simply, the Conscious Community. Included in this collective group, we include the Moorish Science Temple, the Nation of Islam, Kemetics, Kemetic spirituality, Kemetic scientists, African mystics, Yoruba spirituality, Africa spirituality, Pan-Africanist, and Black nationalist. This collective, conscious community does not always consider the Hebrew Israelites as part of their community, although there are strands of the conscious community that have relationships with Hebrew Israelites because of their common disdain for Christianity. Keep in mind as you read through these chapters that none of these groups are monolithic, and several have overlapping identities. For the most part, those who engage in urban apologetics see the conscious community as a somewhat nebulous group, having no clear rubric beyond Black ethnocentrism and a view that white people, as a group, are fundamentally flawed. Different chapters in this book will provide introductions to and summaries of some of these groups, explain what they believe, and suggest how urban apologists might respond. On the college campus I attended in many of the cities where I lived, I didn't realize that the work